We are ready. All right. So, Alexa, if you missed it earlier, we are going to be going over Fly Me to the Moon today. We're going to be primarily focusing on the right hand. If you guys want to do a little bit of left hand, if we have some time towards the end of the class, I can talk about that a little bit. That's not what we're here for today. We're looking at the melodic part in the right hand. And then we're going to be taking that and applying a different kind of rhythm to it in order to make it a little bit more jazzy. So right off the bat, let me just give you an example of kind of what we're looking at. Here is the melodic part of this song. That's the first phrase in the beginning. We're going to take this melody, and by the end of today, we're going to be applying a swing rhythm to it. Something simple, and there are variations of that we can apply to this as well. But the main thing today is going to be the right hand, making that comfortable and happy, okay? We do have our notation written out here. Let me show you guys as we get started here. We've got, here's Fly Me to the Moon. We have the simple rhythm, straightforward. We're going to be adding letters to these today. We've been doing a lot of numbers today. Because we have such a wide variety of hand placements for this, we are going to be working by letter today and number as well. I'll be guiding you through the fingers that I would prefer to use through this. So here we go. Let's get started. First things first, I'm going to switch my camera over for you guys. Whoops. Yeah. Go to the camera. No problem. Here is my keyboard right there. Okay, so we've got, we're going to start here in this sort of F position. I don't want to call it position. I prefer to think of these as ranges, as sort of layouts of notes. When we say F position, we kind of get stuck on the idea that the hand's going to stay there. So I don't like using that term, but for those of you who are more familiar with positions, this is basically F position. So your thumb is going to go on F, the next finger will be G, A, D, and your pinky is going to go on C, and that pinky is going to be our first note, okay? Now remember, as we play through here, we label our fingers from left to right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in our right hand. And we're not playing a lot of left hand, but just in case you do get confused, and we do talk about it a little bit here, in the left, or I'm sorry, in the left hand, we're going to do opposites, right? So our thumbs are going to be ones together, and then here would be 2, 3, 4, and 5. You don't have to worry about that one today. Not too much anyway. This is all going to be in the right hand. So right pinky goes on letter C. Okay. We're going to move down through our fingers here, and we're just going to play C, B, A, G, F. Super straightforward. It's literally in a straight line. C, B, A, G, F. Then we're going to turn around and go the other way. G, A, C, B. We're going to change the order there just a little bit. So we're going down by step. C, B, A, G, F. We go back this way. G, A, C, B. Okay, that's kind of the first couple measures there. C, B, A, G, F, G, A, C, B. That's the first part. Now, if you want to know the finger numbers for those as you go, here they are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. That's what we've got here. One more time, just the finger numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. And then it goes on from there. Everybody got that so far? So far, so good? Yes, okay. So then we'll go on to the next part. We're going to have a crossover in here. Okay. Now, you generally, when we're doing our scales and things, we'll cross over with our third finger. Today, I'm going to have you cross over with 2. We'll get to that. So after we play the first part, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, we're going to keep going down. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to take your second finger, your pointer finger, and you're going to put it over your thumb. Just like that. It's going to go over your thumb and play E right there. Okay. Down, down, down. So now your thumb's on F. Pointer's going to cross over and go to E. So the first part from the beginning, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 5, 4, slightly out of order. This new part, 3, 2, 1, and then cross 2 over again. So here's that new part. 3, 2, 1, cross 2 over. 3, 2, 1, cross 2 over. Now we're in a totally different position. And if we were going to call this a position, we would call this D position, because that's where your thumb goes. Generally, not always, but as a general rule, wherever we place the thumb, we call that the name of the position. So if our thumb's on D, we're going to call it D position, which is not my favorite terminology, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But for now, we'll call it D position. So we start up here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's just going down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we go back up, 2, 3, 5, 4, still here, 3, 2, 1, cross 2 over to E. All right. So far, so good. I know that's kind of, that's one of the most elaborate hand motions that we've done in this class yet. And there's more. There's a little bit more to that. Okay, good. We got some thumbs up. Awesome. Basically, what's going to happen here is we're going to start the sequence over. The end of the sequence is going to be slightly different, right? But we have, think about that pattern we played. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Now that we're here in this D-ish position, we're going to start that same pattern. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. But we have a funky 4. And then we're going to come down and cross over again. So what's going to happen here? After we do this leap, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, we jump to 5, just like we did before. And then when we come down to this 4, instead of G natural right here, we're going to do G sharp, which is this middle black key. If you look at this group of 3 black keys right here, that middle one is G sharp, and that's going to be our number 4. And then we're going to proceed just like we did before. 3, 2, 1, 2 over, so that we end on C. Okay, so part 1 and part 2, same fingering, same progression there, but we changed one of the notes, right? In the first one, they're all natural. Now in this new position, one of them becomes sharp, but then they're all natural after that. We're going to do that crossover with 2 again at the end. So from this new position, D position, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, sharp 4, regular 3, regular 2, regular 1, crossover to C. Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to play the first part of the sequence, and then we're going to play this new part as well. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, crossover 2. We're in our new position now. Same pattern. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, crossover. Everybody good? That's a lot. You got it? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Alexa, do you got it? Not quite. Okay, take a look at this. I'm going to recap this one more time. So far, we have 2 positions. We have F position, and we have D position. In F position, which is the first one, all of our notes are going to be natural. So they're all going to be the white ones. There's not going to be any black ones in here at all, just white ones. And the pattern, we're up here in this F position. The finger pattern is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for the last note, we take our pointer finger, we cross over to E, 2. This puts us in a new position, right? Now we're calling this D position. So we repeat the same pattern. We start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, sharp 4, that is a G sharp, regular 3, regular 2, regular 1, and then cross 2 over one more time to get to C. That's our pattern. So we start in this segment here, we start on C and we end on C. Got it now? Okay, good. Now, before we go on to the next part, I want to talk about the kind of rhythm that we're going to do. So if we don't get to the next part, that's totally fine. I'm more interested in the rhythm. Before we do that, though, I have a couple of questions to ask you guys. See who's paying attention and who's not. Now, whoever can answer my questions will get 1 point for today. If you don't remember, we have a point system set up. In each class, you can earn up to 3 points. And once you get 20 points, you get a private, just you, one-on-one session with me. So here's an opportunity, your first opportunity to earn some points. Liberty, you've got your hand up. Do you have a question? Let me unmute you there. Okay, go ahead.
Were the questions from last week?
No, each class gets its own round of questions, and there's sometimes I give you homework for the next class in order to answer questions, but we already missed our window of opportunity for that. You'll have to, that comes at the beginning of the class. Did you have an answer to a question from last week?
I wasn't here last week, so that's
okay. All right, no, these questions are from this week. Let's see. Layla, let's have you go first. Are you ready? Okay. So my question for you, my first question is, what are the 2 positions that we've played in so far?
So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
So that's pretty close to the finger pattern that we use, but as far as where we put our hands or what position we like to call it, what 2 positions have we used?
Um,
I'll let you think about it. You can have just a second. I'll come back to you. You can think about it. 2 positions. All right. Let's do Liberty. Whoops. There you go. In the second part, right, once we change positions from the first one, in the second part, we change one note to be sharp or flat. My question for you is, which note did we change, and did we make it sharp or did we make it flat?
We changed A and we made it sharp.
So I'll give you a do-over. We did make it sharp, but it was not letter A.
G.
It was G. That's correct. We made G sharp. All right, Alexa, it is your turn. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had 2 positions so far, and we've had a sharp in it. My question for you is, did the finger pattern change? The pattern, the order that we played our fingers in between the first and the second position, did the pattern change at all?
No.
No, it did not. That is correct. Okay, and now we're back to Layla. So we had 2 positions that we played in. Let me play it for you. I'm going to play it one time so you can watch that. And I want you to see if you can remember just from watching. Whoopsies. Okay, so the 2 positions that we utilized so far, the 2 letter positions are
F.
F is one of them, correct. What is the other one? Where's the second place we put our thumb?
C?
Not C, it's close. Don't worry. You'll get another shot. We'll come back to it. Okay, so now talking about the specific kind of rhythm that we want to apply to this. This is a standard jazz rhythm, and it's not quite the same as the original. So if you go and you play it with the recording, it's going to sound a little bit different, but it is a jazz rhythm that you'll see in jazz music a lot, and other kinds of music as well, not just jazz. Okay, so we've got F position and we have D position. Here's the rhythm that we're going to play. It's called a swing rhythm, and basically the gist of it is you're going to alternate between playing notes longer and shorter. So it's also called the long short rhythm. The first note will be long, second note is short, and then you start over. So it's long, short, long, short, long, short. And it would sound like this. Then you'd have your second part. Long, short. Every other note changes. So instead of them all being the same length, the first one that you play will be long, the second is short, and it just repeats itself. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. And it continues on. Okay, so let's try it. I want you guys to play along with me, and we're gonna apply this rhythm to it. And as we do that, I'm going to pop this up on the screen for you. This is what that would look like. Here's the part that I've highlighted right here. This is, if you will, the simpler rhythm where they're all the same length. New position. That's where we stopped. We stopped right there, okay? Now, on top of that, the line above that, so I'm gonna highlight the second one now. Whoops. Now, in here, get that out of the way, sorry. We have different rhythms written in. Notice one of them is a quarter note with a dot. The next one is an eighth note, long to short, and then again, long to short, and that theme repeats. I want you to play along with me. We're going to play the exact same two parts that we just did. Nothing about that has changed. We're just going to add long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Okay? Here we go. We're going to do a tempo of about 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that. Now, the faster you play this, the jazzier it tends to sound. If you play it really slow, it actually, the visual that I get from that is a turtle walking through some sand. It's kind of, just going along at its own little pace. Now, you can practice it whichever way you like. You can practice it faster. You can practice it slower, however you want to, okay? Now, I'm going to have you guys play along with me. We're going to do it both ways. First, I'm going to play it a little bit slower, and I want you guys to keep up with me. I want us to all stay at the same pace. Then we're going to do it just a touch faster. We're going to go a little bit faster, okay? Same part that we've been working through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Before we go through that faster, Liberty's got a question, and we'll see if anybody else does too. Liberty, go ahead.
I don't really get the fast and slow.
Okay, so let me explain that again. Let's take a look down here. All right, so what that means is the duration that we're holding the note for, right? So long and short. The first note I'm holding for a longer time than the second one. Long, short, long again. Short, long. every other note is shorter. So they're uneven. One of the notes is long, the first one. The next note that you play is going to be shorter. Long, short, long, short, long. Does that answer your question? Yes, okay. Do we have any other questions right now? That was a good question. Yes, Alexa's got one.
Can it be about the Summer Olympics?
We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yes, don't worry, we'll get to that. Layla, do you have a question about the piece here? Are you good? No, you're good. Okay, so let's talk about the next part. We have another sharp to play, okay? So let's take a look at it this way. From the beginning, no sharps yet. In the second part, we have one sharp on G, okay? Going on from here. Now, this is why we're gonna have to use some letters today because these are not gonna be in a position the next little bit here. They're gonna be all over the place. Here's what it's gonna sound like. All right, we're not in a position. We're moving from this C up to this C. We've got A in there. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. So now, at the end of that second part, we've crossed over and we're on C now. We're just gonna trade this C, okay? Instead of C, we played it one time. Now we're gonna play C sharp. We're just gonna hop up to this first of two black keys. Okay, so after our second part, we're just gonna hop right up here, C sharp. Then we're gonna go back to D position basically, and we're gonna have D, A, A. So there's a big leap in there. D, A, A. D, A, A. C sharp, D, A, A. Okay. It moves on again. Come out of full screen here because then I can't see my music. There we go. D, A, A. Now we're going to make another leap. We're going to jump up here to C, B, G. All right, so after D, A, A, we leap up. C, B, G. All right, so at the end of our second part, C sharp, D, A, A. We leap up again. C, B, G. Now, from here to the end, we do get to stay basically in C position. We're gonna go C, I'm sorry, we're gonna go G, G, C, C. G, G, C, C. Now, here's the last few. C, D, C. Okay. So starting from the end of this next section, C sharp, D, A, A. And we leap C, B, G. We go to C position to finish up. G, G, C, 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 D, C. And that's the end. That's it from there. Okay. Questions? Did anybody miss it? Do you need to go over those notes again? Nope. Nope and nope. Okay, awesome. So now, here's the whole thing all put together. Let me show it to you, and then we're going to go back and we're going to play it together. And that's the whole thing. You can repeat it, you can play it again, but that's it. That's the basics of it. This new part, you're also going to do long, short, long, short. Long, short, long. Long, short, long. Long, short, long, short. And then at the very end, the only ones that should be even at the very end, C, D, C, that's it. All right, so now from the beginning, let's play the whole thing together. We're going to play the whole thing together from the beginning. First, we're going to do it with our simple rhythm, our basic rhythm, our easy one. Then we're going to go back and do it with our swung rhythm. Here we go. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's beginning to end. Any problems? Any questions? No problems. No, no, no. Okay, awesome. Alexa, we good? You got it? Sort of, maybe, kind of, mostly. Sorry, you're muted. I'll ask that again. I missed that. Could you repeat that for us?
I don't know the last part that well.
Okay, so I'll review that here in a little bit. It's not so bad, and you can also get the sheet music here. We're gonna put all the notes up there in a second and add that to it as well. Okay, so just in case, because that ending part is a little confusing, it bounces around a lot. It doesn't stay in one place. Here it is again at the end of the second part. Right, C sharp, D A A, C B G. G, G, C, C, and then finish with C, D, C. That's the ending again. Now we're gonna go put that on our page in a second. Before we do that, Layla, do you remember the answer to our question from earlier? We talked about the 2 positions. We said the first one was F position, which is totally right. The second position that we go to is
D position.
That is correct. The second position we go to is going to be D position. All right, it's time for our second round of questions. And then I'm going to let you guys know how you can win your 3rd point for today. Here is the second round of questions. Let's see, who wants to go first? Let's see some hands. Ooh, we got Liberty and Alexa. I think Alexa's hand went up first. All right, Alexa, you ready for your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first 2 parts, we have a G sharp. We already talked about that one. What is the next sharp that we use?
C sharp.
That's correct. The next sharp that we use, and it doesn't come in position or anything, but the next sharp that we use is C sharp. Very good. All right, let's head over to Liberty. If we broke it down into position, the very ending, the very last part, we said would fit into a 3rd position, right? The first one we know is F. The second one, Layla and I were talking about, is D. So the last position of the song, if you broke it down into a position, what would it be?
Wait, like which part are you talking about?
The very end. So after we come from here, oops, turn my keyboard up. When we finish up here. That very last section, very last part.
Okay, and what was the question again?
The question is, if we broke it down into a position, what position would we call that very last little bit? That's okay. We'll come back to it. I'll let you think about it a little bit. In general, and I'll tell you guys this part because Liberty and I aren't studying from a curriculum. We're studying just the rules and the forms and some of the ideas behind harmony and melody and all of those concepts. When it comes to breaking down piano and teaching a curriculum, generally we give the name of the position to wherever your thumb goes. Wherever your thumb is, that's your bottommost note. In general, that's what we call the position, right? At the beginning, we have F position, and that's at least what we called it, because that's where we put our thumb. Then we go to D position, and we called it that, because that's where we put our thumb. So then think through at the end and what we're going to call that. Layla, it's your turn. We're going to let Liberty think about that for a minute. Here is your second question for today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we already know all of the positions. We already know all of the accidentals, all the sharps that we're going to put in here. What was the reason that I said I didn't want to break the last part down into positions? Was it because it kind of jumps around, or was it because it just moves from position to position so fast?
I think because it jumps around.
That's correct. We're jumping from one place to the next so fast and not in a position that it doesn't really matter what finger we use for that. We're just going to take it all out of position anyway. Okay, back to Liberty real quick. Let's see if she can answer her one more question.
C position.
That's correct. At the very end, we have C position. Okay, now here's how we're going to wrap up for today. We're going to play it all together one more time, and then here's how you can earn your last point for today. If you can play it for me beginning to end right now, you'll get an extra point. If you sign in early to the next group class that we do and you can play it for me and you stay for that class and you play it for me, you can earn a point. And if one of your practice videos for the Summer Olympics that you upload to Facebook this week is this song and you play it through from beginning to end, you can have a point there. So there's a couple of ways for you guys to earn that last third point. For anybody watching this on Facebook Live, or if you're watching it, the recording of it afterwards, those are ways for you to earn points too. If you sign in early to my next class and play it for me, you can earn a point for this class. And then also if you post a video of yourself playing this on Facebook as part of your Summer Olympics practice or not, even if you just want to post that, that's another way that you can earn a point for this too. Let's go to Alexa real quick. She's got a question.
I have two questions. One, you had to upload a video of you practicing.
Right. So if you can't make it to my next class early to play it for me and you can only make it to that class right on time, that's okay. You can still upload a video of yourself practicing this to Facebook and you can earn a point for this class, but you also learn practice minutes for your Summer Olympics. What was your next question?
If for the Summer Olympics, can you play more than one?
Sounds like her phone is ringing. We'll come back to that in just a second. Liberty, go ahead.
Are we allowed to play it for you now?
Yes, you're going to have that opportunity. First, we're going to play it all together one more time from beginning to end to make sure everybody's got it. If you can play it beginning to end with no mistakes for me right now, yes, you can have the point for this class today. Here we go. Let's go to the beginning of the song. We're going to do it with our swing rhythm from the beginning to the end with all of our changes and movements, okay? Here we go. Not too fast. We don't want to go too fast. We'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And that takes us beginning to end. All right, Alexa, are you ready for your question? Let's go back. Go ahead.
Are you allowed to count your practice minutes with other instruments?
We'll talk about that with Mr. James in just a minute. Let's stay on the class for a few minutes more. All right, Liberty, did you want to try to play this beginning to end today? All right, let's take a listen. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. There was a little bit of a hiccup at the beginning. So tell you what, Why don't you practice that a few more times while we wrap up the class here? And if you want to give that another shot, that's okay. And we'll come back to that in a second. Layla, did you want to try to play it today? Let me unmute you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't know yet.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to know right this second. That's all right. And then Alexa, did you raise your hand again? Did you have another question?
I was raising my hand for the question thing, but no, I don't have another question.
Okay, all right. So you guys, that's it for Fly Me to the Moon. That's as much as we're going to cover today. We have our simple melody, or not the simple melody, I should say, the basic version of it. And then we have the swung version as well. On this page right here, we can, we'll be applying our letters and our finger pattern to this as well. And you guys can practice that throughout the week if you want to work on it. Does anybody have any final questions about the piece, about Fly Me to the Moon for the end of class today? All right, looks like we're good to go. I'm going to unmute you guys. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone on Facebook. Again, if you want to tune in for next week's class and actually be inside the classroom, please message us and we'll make sure we get that Zoom link. But outside of that, everyone on Facebook, have a wonderful day. All right, we're off live. And I'm going to stop the recording.
Before we forget this time.
I mean, like.